Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. My name is Daniel, and in today's video I'd like to share with you why I have purchased a hidden GPS tracker for my dump trailers, for my dumpster rental business, and we'll go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so the GPS tracker that I use is made by global-view.net. This brand is on Amazon. I went to Amazon and I searched for probably 3 or 4 hours altogether just doing research, looking at different prices, different capabilities, different features, and the main thing being how long does the battery last. That really came down to what I wanted to find in a GPS tracker. Of course, it needs to work. I need to be able to see it. I'd like to be able to see it on my phone at any time I need to, but the battery life on it, how often am I going to have to be fiddling with a GPS tracker? Does it have to connect to the battery in the trailer? Does it have to be connected to something else? What really goes into getting a GPS tracker? How can I make sure that this goes smoothly for my business just starting out without the added headaches that you might have? So for this GPS tracker, this is a magnetized GPS tracker. It's made to be hidden somewhere on the actual trailer, whether it's in the box or wherever you might put it. I'm not going to personally share where I put my GPS tracker, but if you just look around enough on your trailer, on your, maybe even if you put these on bins to be able to make sure that everything's okay, I think you would find a decent spot that most people wouldn't look. They wouldn't really think about it, and even just throwing this out here, even having the idea of having a decoy, a cheap little crummy GPS that's made to be a kind of a decoy, so they ripped that one out, but they don't realize there's still another one that actually is working well. That's the one that's there on purpose. So for this GPS, this is again a magnetized GPS. They do advertise. Global View does advertise this on Amazon for having up to a 2-month battery life. If you don't use it that often, if it's just going to be on a trailer that doesn't get moved around a whole lot, it goes into standby mode, which then allows it to be able to go up to 3 or even 4 months total, it says on there. I went ahead and read all the reviews that I could, the good, the bad, the ugly, the in-between, on Amazon, and for me, I was just kind of won over by the reviews, as well as just everything that this does have to offer. For me as a small person, I believe the Global View GPS tracker does kind of give options for the future. For a fleet, it's really made for a bigger operation, but it still works for my needs. Just being a one-man, one-truck, 2-trailer operation, this kind of gives me the peace of mind. It does have a host of different fleet features on their website. Being able to look at the mobile version is great, but personally I think the website version, being able to start a route, being able to track people, see if the driver speeds, see if the driver deviates from the route that they're supposed to take. This is really made for a fleet operation that's really able to last long, having a 2-month battery, or maybe even more, depending on the usage. But there's so many features online. I personally have not used the fleet and all the different things. You can set different things, because honestly, I pick up the trailer, I take it to the person's house, I bring it home. Now I have a different place where I bring it to, where I'm at right now. But there's so many different things they have for fleet options. For the future, if I do hire someone else on, and I've got bins as well as dump trailers, I would definitely continue to buy these things. I think they've got a number of different options on there. I would just say their online interface is not exactly user-friendly completely. I would just say it's a little bit more old school as a website. Maybe they'll be updating it in the future, I don't know, but it does seem a little bit out of date for my initial thought. But overall, this has been a solid thing. So let's go ahead and open this up and check it out, see what's inside the actual box, and we'll get it going. Alright guys, so here it is. I'll be opening this up here. The front, it's got a little foam cloth here. Put that to the side. And just right on the top here, it's got a little pamphlet. Thank you for your purchase. just kind of documenting that. Let me put this over here. We're glad you chose to use us as a GPS tracker solution provider. We hope you enjoy your service. Please follow the actions ahead to get started. So kind of getting into this, just kind of shows you how to activate it, how to get the software online, basically what's inside. Let's open this up here. So this is the actual tracker itself. It's, I don't know, full handful for me. It's plenty enough. It'd be, you know, a large enough size of a thing. You know, throwing it like a rock or something. It's pretty decent. It's a little heavy too. It's not lightweight. This is, you know, plastic, but inside it feels pretty solid. This is not loose. Nothing's gonna, you know, come apart. And on the bottom here, this is the actual back right here. This is where there's multiple magnets, I believe, all across here, which allows it to, you know, stick right to any metal surface there. Oh wow, it's a little difficult to get it off, depending on what angle you try to pull it from. Yeah, definitely great magnets on the back. And the only thing that really you can get into is just the bottom here where it says USB-SIM, and simply that's where the SIM card is, and then where you're able to plug in the USB to be able to charge this. And then there's just a switch that's in the off position to the left, and then you switch it over to the right, and then it's on the on position. So essentially what I did was I turned this to the on position, and then I went online, I followed the instructions, went to their website, thetracking.global.view.net. I downloaded the app to my phone. It's a free app, and I was able to get it registered and activated. I believe it's $18 a month for the SIM card, you know, phone signal to be able to ping the actual tracker itself on a regular basis. I believe you can also set how often it actually pings. So if you're wanting to see it I think it's like every 30 seconds or maybe every minute, don't quote me on that, but if you want to see it more live action, you can do that. If you're constantly moving it around, you want to just verify, guarantee that everything's okay, you can have it ping a little bit more often, I believe, going through the online setting for that. But yeah, simply the only really screen or thing you would look at to see anything is on this version. This is like I believe their 2.0 version. My original version just had one bar, and it would just light up red if it was low on battery, or if it was charging, it would hold a dark red color, and then when it was up to full potential or full whatever, it would go to green. But this has three lights, three little dots on it, I guess, and so it's going to be the same thing for that, showing you either red or green, and simply being able to put this somewhere and you know, actually stay there. In my experience so far, I've not had any issues with it coming off or being on an actual dump trailer, it vibrating, it bouncing around, it being thrown, tussled around a bit. I've had zero issues. I've seen in the reviews where people have had issues where it actually fell off, and then the customer service can help you get a new one or whatever with that. But I've had no issues. I don't know what other people are doing, what they're attaching it to. Maybe they're attaching it to a very thin piece of metal it's difficult to get it magnetized to. But for me, I've had great success with it. It does come with the actual USB to charge the actual device, and then it has the actual plug-in. If you don't have a regular USB, you can go to a wall outlet with that. So pretty simply put, I believe it's a quality GPS tracker. I've had great success with it. When I bought this, when I first got my very first dump trailer, and I wanted to make sure, hey man, like, I only have one asset right now. I've got to make sure this doesn't get stolen. If this gets stolen, I'm toast. It's not going to be pretty. And so after buying that and it's been several months now, I've had to charge it a couple times. I think it's lasted probably between 6 to 10 weeks or so in between there, because at the beginning I didn't have as many customers, of course, starting out as I do more now, so it was in standby mode, so the battery was able to last even longer. So that's just been kind of my experience so far. I've been really pleased with the results so far with my first one, and that's why I'm going ahead and buying a second one. I would not be making this video for you if I was not pleased with my very first one. It is designed for a bigger fleet option, to have much more things going on. I think it would be great, maybe for somebody who's got more jump trailers, more maybe even hide it on a bin somehow, maybe underneath some little ledge or some area where it's not going to be damaged or hurt, but simply just kind of tucked away. So if you were to ask me what GPS tracker I would recommend, it would be the global-view.net. This is on Amazon, like I said. I've now bought both of them from Amazon. I think their price has fluctuated a little bit since I bought my first one. I'm still, it's worth the investment to me. I see this as a insurance. It's a one-time payment plus a monthly fee. The monthly fee is, less than $1 a day, and just to know for sure my trailers, if it were to be stolen, I can take the website, I can take my phone to the police and say, hey, here's where my GPS tracker says my trailer is. Can you go find out, what's going on here? Like, it's going to be able to protect you in the long run and, potentially get your trailer back to you quicker. Maybe depending on the company you go with for insurance purposes, maybe there's even a discount for having a GPS tracker. I don't know if that's the case. I personally haven't asked my general liability insurance company about that. I will. I'm not holding my breath because I'm getting a great deal as it is, but if so, the more the merrier. But anyways, hopefully this video was a help to you. If it was, just consider subscribing, hitting the like button if you got good value. Let me know. Maybe you have a different GPS that works great for you, for your application for a dumpster rental business. Let me know what that is. I'm curious to see if there's something even better out there that can last even longer. For me, having roughly 2 months of battery life, not having to fiddle with it, not having to worry if it's somehow got disconnected from the trailer battery or something like that, it's worth its weight in gold to me. And so I just having little headaches along the way, so I can focus on what's actually important for building this business up. That's the name of the game for me, and so this helps me do it along the way, having peace of mind about where my dumpsters are at and that they're safe. If anything were to happen, that it's going to be okay. So hopefully you have a great day today. Stay safe, guys, and God bless.